What's up? My name is Daniel, and I'm gonna be your host for this episode of Beat the Beast, the cooking show where we put a team of student chefs up against the Beast, who's gonna be Simon Baruch, teacher in disguise, who, if defeated, will have to reveal their identity to the entire audience. Now, if a student chef wants a chance at becoming this episode's Beast Slayers, they're gonna have to prove themselves worthy by defeating another student chef in a one-on-one cooking competition judged by 3 judges right here at Simon Baruch.
Action.
Now, before we go over and meet the chefs, it's probably important that I tell you a little about the rules. We only have 3 rules here. Number 1, you have to do it in 20 minutes. If you don't, then there's nothing for us to judge. Number 2, I forgot number 2. Let's keep going. What was number 2? Ramen. Has to be ramen. Okay.
Oh, creativity as well.
Creativity. Oh, okay. Now, there are a few rules on Beat the Beast. Number 1, you have to cook your dish in 20 minutes. If you don't, there's nothing for us to judge. Number 2, it has to be based off the food you... God, this is hard. There are a few rules that Beat the Beast. Number 1, this is the most important, you have to cook your dish in 20 minutes. If you don't, there's nothing for us to judge. Number 2, your dish has to be based off of the dish we give you. For example, today's dish is ramen. You have to give us ramen. Number 3, it has to be creative. Because we're giving you the same ingredients. We want to know what you can do with those ingredients. And that's all from me. Why don't we go ahead and meet the chefs. Get to know a little about them and their cooking.
Slate. In.
That's good.
Down.
Lower, right? Yeah.
A little higher, just a bit.
Good.
Yeah,
Call it.
Beat the Beast interviews, scene 1, take 3.
Slate out. Action.
So, how's your experience with cooking?
So far the experience with cooking the ramen. The first step that I proceeded with was to, of course, add the water, and then I forgot to actually turn it on, which is what the other team did beforehand. So it took a longer time for it to actually cook, and for all the noodles to actually separate from what it was before. And then the second step was putting the ramen in, and then afterwards, third step, I realized I needed to get at the actual seasonings before I proceeded any farther. So also had me borrow their ingredients too, so that was really nice of them. My fourth step was after that, once actually all the noodles separated from each other, then I was able to place all the ingredients in. And so I placed, and afterwards I put the actual chicken packet, I think it was. And then once more, I just stirred around pretty much. It was actually surprisingly came out really well. So I'm proud of that.
How's your experience with cooking?
My experience with the cooking process, I think, went really well. First off, the hot plate was already on, so I turned it on beforehand. And then, as soon as we started, I put in the noodles and put in the chicken packet as well. As I let that sit, I went to go and grab my spices and the vegetable bag. I put in the spices. I do think though that I might have added a bit too much of the vegetables, and I do think that the vegetable to noodle ratio will probably cost me some points. Overall though, I think it tasted really well, and I hope I win.
So, after some very thorough judging, and if I'm being honest, eating a little bit more than my fair share of the winner's food, I'm proud to announce to you that the winner is, drumroll please. Thank you. The pasta dumplings!